Hey mate, what's up? In this video I'm going to show you how to ping multiple IP addresses. We are going to use a text file that contains a list of all the IP addresses we want to check, and it's going to be a very simple to implement Python script. So let's begin. As you can see, I create a folder that we're going to work on it. Let's call it YouTube lab, and we create a Python script file. We call it ping multiple IP addresses.py, and I will use Notepad++ to edit because it's the most easiest and common one. Let's begin. If you want to, you can add a comment at the top that say what the script is going to do. I added # and say that ping to multiple IP addresses. And now we're going to import OS module to get OS functionality and access to OS command. Then the time module, because you will see as we progress that we need to take a small break between each ping. And also I would like to import the random module in order the break between each ping won't be the same amount of time, because some security system detect those kind of multiple pings as a security threat, so it's better the pinging procedure will be random. Let's create a variable that's called txt_file, and we'll use the input method in order to prompt the user to enter the txt list file that contain all the IP addresses you're going to use, and in the end I'm going to use a /newline. It's all in quote. Let's create another variable that's called IPList. We will use the open file function. So basically we just need to write open the parentheses and write the name of the variable that we would like to read from. In this case it's txt_file, comma, and in quotation we use R for read. So what this function is doing is reading the text file variable and dump it into IPList. Let's use another variable, call it time_delay, and we will use the random module with the range method. Open parentheses, give the value 1, comma, and 5. It means that we'll get a random number between 1 and 5, and this random number will be dumped into the time delay variable. Let's create a for loop. So for each IP variable in the IP list, we're going to print pinging now the following host IP address, and we close the single quotation and then the IP variable. So before every time ping command will run, it will print this message for each IP address. Now we're going to print like 50 underscores in order that we will have kind of dividing line between each ping that will be easier to read. Then we're going to use the OS module with the system function, and we're going to open the parentheses. Now we're going to ping. So let's see which option we have with the ping. So if we make -n, we can see that we can determine how many pings count will be. So let's use only 2 counts to save time, and we do -w for the wait time. Let's give it like 2000 milliseconds, so it's 2 seconds, not to waste time. Then the scroll brackets, and we close the single quotation, dot format and IP. What it means that this command runs for each IP variable, and the format that we are using is IP, Internet Protocol. Okay, and then we will print again the 50 underscore line as a dividing buffer that will be easier to read, and we will use the time module with a sleep function, and we'll use the time delay variable for the random number between 1 to 5, so we're between 1 to 5 seconds, and that's it basically. Let's save the script we just created, save the file, and now in the same folder we're going to open a new text file, and we call it IPList in order to write all the IP addresses and host that we would like to ping and check the connectivity. So as you can see, I just use random IPs like 1122, Google, Yahoo, some gibberish, my own website, and save. Okay, let's go back to the command line. We change directory and drive directory to the YouTube lab directory, the one that we use for the lab. As you can see, if you write type, you can see the content of the script and the text file that contain the IP addresses. Okay, so let's run the script, write Python, and we paste the name of the script, multiple IP addresses.py. Let's enter the IP list txt file location. You can copy and paste, and as you can see, yeah, it started to work. It pinged all the hosts that in the list file, and that's it. So thank you very much for watching. Like, comment with every question, and I will try to answer as soon as possible. Have a nice day. Cheers.